Big Cat TV with you, pasty white guy known as Pastor Andy, and the very tan kitty cat. Spending a lot of time on the lake this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Pine tree scent, I detect. All right, we've got Avenged, Sevenfold.
This one's been requested.
This one has been requested constantly, and everybody keeps putting in comments, God hates us. And I'm like, is that just a comment? But it's actually, I'm finding out it's the name of the song. This is my first time hearing this song. We're going to stop it and make comments. Some are going to be overjoyed with that, and some are not. But that's the way we're going to do this song. And write your comments below. Like, subscribe. Big Cat TV. God hates us. Without further ado, the kitty cat will now hit play. And he's purring. A little bit of acoustic guitar here. I think this is acoustic. Arpeggios, not too bad. Bring in some metal. Always sounds like a motorcycle revving up. Bring that bass drum in. Like it. This has got more of a Metallica feel than some of their other ones. All right, let's pause it right there. All right, so... All right, guys. So again, I'm new to this genre. I am appreciating some of the lyrics of Avenged Sevenfold, but I'm wondering what kind of a person wants to hear about a total nightmare. Yeah, okay. And really, I think there is maybe one type of person, probably more than one, but one would be somebody who's experiencing life as a nightmare, which I have before. I've experienced life as a nightmare, so I can understand that. But it's kind of funny to think about, hey, I just listened to this long intro, and now we're going to hear a song about a total nightmare times 2, as the lyrics say. All right, here we go. Let's pause that a second. He told me this was going to be painful for me, so he has delivered. Kat told me it was going to be painful. He has delivered. So we've got this idea here that it's really easy for a human being to feel this way, that God must hate me, right? And that's kind of the essence of the gospel, is that God does not hate human beings. God so loved the world. So, but sometimes it feels like God hates us, and bad things do happen, and we don't know why. Sometimes we cause them, but sometimes we have nothing to do with them. And so life can feel like a total nightmare. My life has felt like a total nightmare because of things I've done. Other people, it's a total nightmare because of things that have been done to them. So I get it. Let's keep rolling.
talk about that a lot.
Yeah, so pills, is this talking about pills had a role in helping or hurting? Good question, right?
Yeah.
You know, there is a role for medication. I'm sure there is, but in my experience, it's got to be a last resort. I feel like a lot of times we're used to, okay, take this pill to fix this problem.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know that that's the best way. So I'm not sure if they're talking about pills having a role in taking people down. I guess I would love to hear it from the audience on that. My experience is that medications can be helpful temporarily and for certain people temporarily.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Let's pause it there a second. You know, it's interesting to think about. There are two things that I would say, two categories of things that infiltrate our minds. When I was a kid, you would go in to the drugstore and open up. I used to love those. Do you remember the Jawbreakers? We could get them for like 10 cents a little box of Jawbreakers. You're probably a little too young for that.
I'm not that old.
You open it up and it said on there, "Say no to drugs."
Oh, really?
Yeah. All the candy, everything. Say no to drugs. Say no to drugs. And we had you guys, the this is your brain on drugs, that sort of thing.
Those, yeah.
So, I would say that one way that I think whenever you alter your reality, you're opening your mind up to be what I think they're talking about as being infiltrated. Some people are uncomfortable in a religious or spiritual environment because of the recognition that there's something pulling on that part of them that's at their core. You see, and that's what this music does. This music is speaking to people. It's not surface level things we're talking about here.
Right.
In fact, we're here in dreamland. The idea of the nightmare or the dream state as being sort of a way for you to filter what is part of your reality and what isn't. There's some role that dreams take in our life, right? Like actually last night I had a dream that I went on an antidepressant. It's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
It was like I felt the need to go on an antidepressant. Very, very interesting. So it's kind of like I'll have these things that just kind of shoot into my consciousness or into my subconscious, what Freud would call your subconsciousness, and this music speaks to that. So you guys that are fans of Avenged Sevenfold, you're very deep, very spiritual people. Even though a lot of you are probably agnostics or might consider yourself atheists, you're dealing with the realm of the supernatural, in my opinion. And I'm a pastor. Those concepts of being a liar, being a rapist, being a killer. Was there one more?
Love, hate.
Love, hate, yeah. So these are concepts that I'm going to have to talk about the Bible a second. Is that okay? This guy, he's preaching like crazy. No, but I mean, you think about somebody like David, who's this major hero. He was a king, and described as the one after God's own heart. But he was a liar. He was full of hate, and at least at one time, he basically raped a woman, Bathsheba, because of the power and control issue there. I mean, he was the king. He saw her sunbathing. He had her brought to the palace, had sex with her, and they ended up having a baby out of it. And then he had his husband killed.
Her husband.
Yeah, her husband. Thanks. I get confused with the pronouns. You guys got me all confused with the pronouns. It's between you and Jordan Peterson. I can't keep everything straight. But so, Jordan Peterson reference. But anyway, these concepts are not foreign to the human experience, is what I'm trying to say. They're just words at this point. Screamed, but words. We're going to go back into a little guitar. Oh, he's waking up. I get it. The start of the song, the end of the song, now I lay me down to sleep.
I've never thought of it like that. That's pretty interesting.
I get it now. Guys, I finally understand Avenged Sevenfold, I think. It is a total... What was the name of the song?
God hates us.
God hates us, but it could have easily been a dream. What if God does hate us? What if he loves... so it's kind of like this conflict that's happening, perhaps?
Yeah.
I don't know, Big Cat TV, Pastor Reacts. I'm trying to react here, but I'm going to just say this. What I think this is because some of you have mentioned this in the comments, and I appreciate that, on other songs, is that they're creating this environment within the song. It's almost like a work of art. I'm thinking of, there's a work of art called Scream by Edward Munch. It's that person. I think they might have their hands on their face. I don't know if they do. Yeah, it's a very famous piece of artwork. It's not necessarily everything they think about life, but in that picture, they're painting a portrait. And maybe this song is creating a portrait of what this horrible dream was like.
Yeah, this song was written after their drummer died, too.
Okay.
So.
All right. So like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys real soon with probably another Avenged Sevenfold song, knowing Kevin.